Last week Thursday, the House had passed an $839 billion defense bill, um, authorization act for the 2023 fiscal year. So basically, with this bill being passed, it's basically 37 billion dollars more than what Biden had requested. Um, the Senate still needs to vote on its version of the National Defense Authorization Act before the two bills can be reconciled. The bipartisan vote in the House was 329 to 101, and for the last 60 years, the annual defense authorization bill has set the military's budget and policies for the year ahead. Now, the legislation fulfills the president's budget request to keep a military of approximately 2.1 million members, among other things. The House bill gives service members and civilians a 4.6 percent pay raise, which includes inflation bonuses for service members and civilians earning less than $45,000 a year. Now, at a time when Democrats worldwide face both old and new threats, the fiscal year for 2023 NDAA supports investments in what makes our country competitive around the world and strong at home. A diverse, intelligent military and civilian workforce, groundbreaking science and technology research, especially at historically black colleges and universities, and the alliances and partnerships that we need to meet our biggest global security challenges, which is what Representative Adam Smith, the Democratic chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, said in a statement. He said he's especially proud that this year's bill supports those who defend our country by giving them the compensation that they deserve, with a 4.6% pay raise for service members and civilian personnel, as well as relief for their housing and other everyday costs. Now, supplying the Ukraine with aid in its war against Russia was also a focus of the bill and its amendment. Now, the bill requires the Pentagon to establish and use a strategy to increase competitive opportunities for defense contractors, making the artificial intelligence technology a provision that Representative Michael McCaul, the top repug on the House of Foreign Affairs Committee, applauded. The full-scale invasion of Ukraine has highlighted challenges to our defense industry, McCaul said in a statement, and should more conflicts erupt around the world, the U.S. cannot afford to have outdated processes that impede our procurement of necessary weapon systems. We must rejuvenate our aging systems with American innovation, while setting the stage for a new best-of-breed systems. Now, President Biden was in the Middle East last week for a trip to Israel, the West Bank, and Saudi Arabia. In Israel, Biden and Israel's Prime Minister Yair, not sure if I'm saying the name right, Yair Lapid, had reiterated their comment to supporting Ukraine. Now, Israel and the United States also stand together to defend the fundamental values and the underwrite global security, prosperity, and freedom, and not just for us, but for many around the world, President Biden said Thursday. And Putin's assault in Ukraine is a challenge to the peace and stability everywhere in the world. Now, Putin's war is going to be a strategic failure, and the free world must sustain our resolve to help Ukraine and defend its democracy. Now, if you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King. You can also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when the new video comes out. And if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. And for just as little as a few bucks a month, your donation can help go a long way, and thanks for listening.